Kerri, we have so much rich history that it feels like it's an inherent challenge to sit down with you to really understand how you've become one of the best in the world. And so I want to start and just say, like, how do you introduce yourself to people? I want to start in the most, you don't know somebody, and I'm not sure who those people are that don't know who you are. And how do you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Kerri, and I'm full of flaws. Nice to meet you.
Is that what you say? And
That's
I'm
how I
full
feel.
of flaws.
No, but I'm Kerri.
But that's how it feels inside? Like, I've got a lot going on, and...
I think there's two things in that question. One, I'm just Kerri, right? I am Kerri.
Yeah.
That's one thing, normal, everyday Joe. And the other is, for some reason, it's like I want to confess all my sins to make sure that people like me or accept me for more than just winning. My parents had and still have very high expectations of me and all of my siblings and my family, even my children. And I think that's one of the greatest gifts they gave me.
High expectations was a great gift.
Because I think you grow into that, and they never felt sorry for me. They never allowed me to feel sorry for myself. I couldn't complain, so I didn't complain, and I went to work. My goal in life that you taught me is just to be in the moment and let it rip. And I think my fear coming here is that this will turn into a therapy session because I know I need it, and I know you know everything about me,
That's so funny.
which is so cool, but I know, like, you've helped me do so much personal work, and I've dropped so much baggage and so much weight because of the work we've done together, and it's such a gift, and it's hard to speak to.
Yeah, it is. I know this, like, when I do the work, is that, like, a friend or a loved one will say, so how was the session that you just did? And it's like, I don't know how, like, so much just happened.
Right.
Even if, like, not a lot was actually said, so much happens that it's nearly impossible to try to convey it.
Yes.
So all that being said, is what is the work?
Well, that's my question for you too. It's like, how would you label it? Because to me, if you label it, you limit it. And to me, there's...
Wait, what does that mean? If you label it?
If you label it, you put it in a sweet little box. Like, that's the work, and this is A, B, and C, and that's not how it goes. Like, you and I have never been linear. Like, even this conversation, right? It's like all over the place because that's the way the heart and the mind works. And I think there needs to be freedom for that. And I think for myself personally, I think I judge myself because I'm not linear and I feel scattered when I do want to be buttoned up to a certain extent.
That's interesting, because it's probably where sport really helps you, is that track the ball.
Yes,
right?
Totally.
Like, that's like 100%. There's one job on serve receive, if you will.
Yeah.
And like toss it in the right way for jump
and
serve.
then rep it out.
Yeah,
because
right.
I'm a reps girl. I need a lot of reps.
Yeah.
Yeah. And because then it becomes intuitive. I was so afraid of failure for a majority of my life, even my pro life, for sure. And it made me really, really good.
The chronic tension to be on the edge of, like, being your very best is very hard. And that the anxiety you're talking about, that, like, self-critique is a very normal mix. But most people don't get the winning that you got.
Yeah.
And so then the washout is like, what do you have? You've got, like, I'm not good enough, I'm really anxious, I'm really critical of myself, and I don't feel good about me, and I didn't get that's 7% of the world?
A lot.
Yeah.
If I didn't win as much, I don't know if I would have endured, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's one thing. But the other thing is that I love the feeling of improvement so much, and I love the pursuit.
That's a counterbalance. That's really interesting for you.
Because it was just like, oh, there's more in me, and my potential drives me crazy in a very powerful way.
What's it like to be here 20 years since you've won your first medal?
It's pretty rad. It's really incredible. It makes me emotional to think about, because what a ride, and I'm so excited for all the athletes who are going to compete. I saw a friend today I've been friends since 2003, and she's like, is this so hard for you? Is this just eating at you? You're not playing? I'm like, no. When I retired, I was like, God, can you please just make it clear that I'm done? And the way everything's unfolded, it's very clear. If there was like this much, oh, you can do it, Kerri, I'd be holding on to it, but it's very clear. So to be here and now to be able to celebrate the games and to feel compassion for all the athletes and what they're going through, like, every stage is so fun. Like, we're right before the opening ceremonies. Yeah. Like, I remember that excitement. It's a kid in a candy store. like all is possible and everything's perfect right now, you know, and then the next stage is, oh shit, here we go, you know, and it's just really fun to kind of relive those emotions, and it makes me really grateful to have lived it.